So while we're on social media, what are like the biggest pros and cons for you having a big social media following?
Pros. there's there's so many pros.
Yeah.
Being
Let's
able
say like top
to,
top few.
yeah, I'd say make a living doing what I love is the number one.
Yeah.
Like my schedule is flexible. I post on social media and have now built up my social media enough to be able to work with brands, get brand partnerships, and make a living that way, which is the absolute dream. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to speak this out loud because I have to remind myself during the hard days, like I still, even though I haven't slept in 11 months, I still am living the dream. Another pro is connection with people that I would have never connected before, just getting positive feedback, talking to followers that have been inspired by me. Just what they have to say is just so amazing. Um, just being able to make somebody's day better is just a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
pros. There's also a lot of cons. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of more pros. Um, Social media is just really cool. Like I would say social media friends with a lot of people that I would have never met like before.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even people that I consider to be on the more like well-known side, like famous. Like for
Hmm.
example, Christy Carlton Romano, who was like Kim Possible. Like her and I are social media friends now because of TikTok. And like Paris Hilton follows me. Like things that are just so
That's
crazy.
that is
Yeah,
crazy.
just so wild. And the collaborations, like for example, with you guys and the bass
Hmm.
gang and voice play for me. And I'm talking to a few other amazing YouTube artists about doing collaborations as well. So just being able to connect with other artists as well as followers is really cool. I've also made a lot of really good friends with my followers too, like really close. We send each other stuff, like just have been following since, I got pregnant and just
Hmm.
I feel like they know my baby, like just
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
good people that really genuinely care about me and want the best for me is really awesome. Like I feel like I have a lot of friends
That's
because of it.
yeah. That's great.
Um so those are the pros to it. And did you ask me for cons? Like
I
I don't know
did.
if
I
we're in that.
did.
Okay.
No, let's go there.
Cons. Um, one comment can literally just ruin your entire day. And as much as you want it not to, like people are like, oh, don't let that like affect you. It's just one person. The other day, I let it affect me for some reason.
Hmm.
You can get some really mean comments
Yeah.
that just completely make you start overthinking your entire life.
It's
People are
terrible that,
really mean.
that the random person can have that power.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna jump in just for a second. I
Yeah.
find it just depends on my mental state when I get the comment.
Yes.
Like most of the time
100%.
nowadays, I really am feeling great. I'm excited about a lot of things. I feel bulletproof if these shitty comments come in. That's most of the time. But once in a while,
Hmm.
one will slip through, or it'll be a certain kind of comment that bothers me. It might even be like a super mean comment. It just might have some angle to it that
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what you take away from this video,
Right,
and
right.
it'll get
It's
in there.
almost worse. I'm like, I'd rather you just roast me than
Yeah,
just like that
exactly.
one thing. Yeah.
Because some of those are hilarious. Like some of the roast
Yeah.
comments are honestly hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I like will
Anyway,
read them out loud and just laugh sometimes. I'm
yeah,
like, this is so ridiculous that it's funny. Like, I'm not
yeah.
even
Like
offended.
I'm
Like,
like,
it's just hilarious.
what is going on in your life to make you want to comment that
Yeah.
on this? Like, wow, okay, pump the
I have no
brakes.
idea. I've honestly had to be really careful about reading my comments, especially during like my postpartum period, because there's so many like
Oh my god,
hormonal highs and lows, a lot of lows, especially when you're not getting enough sleep.
yeah,
So I have tried to stay out of my comments as much as possible, but here and there I'll open the app and like the comment, it'll just like appear and I'll read
Mhm.
it and I'll get really, really upset and angry and just how can people be so mean?
Yeah,
And then
it's
that doesn't make you that makes you want to stop creating content in that moment. It just takes away all inspiration that you might have.
yeah.
And then there's people that, they assume things about you, they perceive you in a light that you don't want to be perceived in.
Yep. Yep.
There's you just can't win on social media. You can't do anything right. There's always going to be something that people find wrong because they're looking for it. Sometimes as
Oh,
many people that want you to succeed, there's also a lot of people that want you to fail too, just because they're unhappy with their lives.
exactly. That's generally
So
how I try to frame it.
yeah,
Is like if I'm getting mean comments, this is actually not even about me.
no,
This is about someone trying to get some kind of significance or power or
yes,
cutting someone else down to lift them up. Like if I can comment this mean thing on this person who has this huge following, that gives me some kind of
yes,
significance in the situation.
for sure.